What's up, guys? So there is a dip in Bitcoin again. So are you holding? Are you dollar cost averaging? Are you selling everything? So just let me just share what's happening in Bitcoin and in crypto news in general right now, right? But first, as always, please like, share, subscribe, and let's join the Telegram group as well, right? Appreciate it. And I realized that a lot of the subscribers are actually not. A lot of the watchers are actually not subscribers, right? So appreciate that you can do the necessary actions, right? All right, okay, let's get into it right now, right? I will go through Bitcoin first in terms of the potential news of what causes it. A lot of people are saying that the biggest cause of the price correction is basically because of this Joe Biden's tax rise report, right? Basically, it is looking to tax capital gains tax, right, for people who are earning $1 million and above in terms of the profits, right? So that is a bad sentiment that causes Bitcoin to reduce in price, right? That's one thing. And then a couple with that, there's also some news that came out that people are putting into the lights that say that this CEO of a Turkish crypto exchange has run off with 2 billion, right? And coupled with a couple of other things like the Dogecoin short, and also there's a lot of people that got wrecked in the futures market, right? So all these things are causing this price to drop as well. And also yesterday, actually, if you look at the options, the stock options contract, there are some people that are shorting the market as well, right? That caused the drop to further continue. So will Bitcoin continue to drop or increase? I'm not a fortune teller, but from what I see from these couple of things added together, if let's say Bitcoin were to be able to hold this range, right, 48 to 50,000, probably it might come up back, right? But it seems to me, based on some of the positions of the people from the options traders today, which is expiring today, it looks like maybe tonight there will be more shorting. If you can see the red candle here, so people are expecting the price to drop even more. The short traders are pushing down the market, right? But this is just from observation, right? It's not financial advice. And another one more thing here is that you can see a lot of the options open interest. There are some on 48,000, but the highest one is around 50,000, right? 48,000, 50,000, 52,000, right? But let's see what happens once the US market open and the Europe market in a few hours times, and to see whether if these interests change, right? That's one thing for Bitcoin. And also there are a lot of future traders that actually got liquidated, or their account got burst because of this drop, right? 3 billion worth of liquidated traders. So be careful of these trades that you'll be doing. For example, the future traders, right? On another side of the things, the Bitcoin dominance is also increasing, right? What I mean by that, so you can see the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? It has been increasing a little bit since the spike the other day, yesterday, that increased up all the way, but it has climbed back down again, right? So it's trying to gain some ground as more people are buying, as Bitcoin is below 50,000, right, in the current range, right? Which means that there are less money in the altcoin market. Let me have a look at the total market cap without Bitcoin. So this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, right? As you can see, there's a reduction, but it's climbing back up. Let me just go look at the shorter chart. Yeah. So whenever the Bitcoin market drop, people are cashing out from the altcoins and putting it back into Bitcoin, right? Which causes Bitcoin dominance to go up here, as well as the price to somewhat find some support over in this region, right? If it were to happen to drop below this 48,000, so another range that you might consider is here, 42, 42,000, and 44,000, right? And looking at the percentage of drop, it is about 25%, right? If you're comparing this with the drop from basically in February, let me see the drop from January. Yeah, if I remember the drop from January, it is about 30%, right? So currently we have another correction which is about 25%, right? So from these drops, it seems that a lot of people are panicking as well, because a lot of them got in at the top or in this region, right? So basically they are losing money from here probably, and some of them that are early adopters, they are still in there, right? So three things that you can do based on the which type of traders that you are in right now, right? If let's say you are someone who is looking to get into the market right now or haven't get into it yet, so basically probably you can queue your orders right now. You can queue your orders right now, not financial advice, right? You can queue your order right now around this range, right? But to me, it seems that there is a possibility that it might drop even further to around this range first, around the 44,000 to 43, and then your next level will be around the 42 to 40,000 range, right? So if let's say you haven't entered the market, you can probably queue around the 44 to 43, and also your 42 to 40, right? Based on some of the TAs from some of the people. If you are in the market and you are bleeding a little bit, so look at those coins or the top coins that are on discount, and probably you can dollar cost average around the current price of whatever it is, right? If you got in the top, some amount you can put it here, and you can save some money if it happens to go down lower as well, right? If you're bleeding a lot, like let's say you keep looking at the market and you keep wanting to wait for a big recovery, I suggest means you have too much money in the market right now, right? So probably you want to manage your risks and reduce your portfolio, either at a loss or break even, right? If it's at a loss, then you should think about it, because if it goes down even more, you need to consider, right, what will you do? If you think that now it's bad, this is only at 25%, there might be more correction, right? And if you're looking back at history, back in the days, the correction was even greater, right? The corrections was even greater. Back in this correction is pretty bad. Yep, it's about 50-60%, right? Back here, I think somewhere in June, the correction was pretty heavy. Not as bad, but yeah, it's about 40+%. So if you want to compare the previous correction to right now the correction is not as big as previously. Also because we are at 40-50,000 compared to previously, right? When we were at 20,000, 10,000 or below, right? So there's less money. But of course, there's a lot of money in the market right now as well, right? So let's see. And in terms of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, right? It seems that Ethereum was doing its all-time high yesterday, and it's climbing back down right now, right? It's climbing back down. Yesterday it hit its all-time high and it reduced back, and a lot of people, I believe, in the market, in the altcoins, they are pushing back and funneling back the profits back into Ethereum that causes this upward trajectory here, right? A lot of people are thinking that probably I have some profits or money. Probably I will just put the profits back into Ethereum or some other coins, except maybe Bitcoins a little bit. And that's why probably the Ethereum is rising as well. And there is some potential updates in July as well for Ethereum. And also waiting for their EIP 1559 upgrade for the gas fee. I've also been seeing a trend, something that maybe I can point out as well, as there's a lot of money being staked in the DeFi space, right? The decentralized finance in Ethereum as well as Binance Smart Chain. I noticed a trend whereby can see here, 22nd February, 45 billion log, and then it dropped for about 6 billion. If I look at the markets, it is also a drop, right? 22nd, there's a drop of 6 billion. 22nd, there is also a drop in the market, right? So whenever there is a dip, there's always people that are taking out money from their DeFi, and I believe they are buying the dips with some of their money from the decentralized finance space, even from the Binance Smart Chain as well, I believe. 22nd, yep, 21, 22nd, and then it dropped 2 billion, right? So in this current stages of things, which is today, 23rd, there is a 1 billion, maybe less than 1 billion reduction. And here, yeah, you can see 23rd April, there's a 3 billion dip as well. So whenever there is a dip, people are taking out money from their DeFi, which are earning interest, and they are buying some of the dips here, which is also kind of a okay strategy, but always make sure that you have checked through the projects, make sure they are not a rug pull, and to only stake in projects that is really valuable, right? That is one thing to pay attention, right? Another thing that I noticed as well is that there's always people that are always buying when the market is green and selling when the market is red. It actually should be the reverse. You should actually be buying if you have the money and it is not more than what you all can afford to lose, of course. You should always be buying when it is red, right? And selling when it is green, right? That is a really good formula to have in your mind. And what I will be usually telling people right now is that whenever the dip happened, what I did was basically this. I straight away went into coin market cap, look at the top coins that are on the big discount, not the gains, the discount, right? I'll basically look and see which are the projects that I feel that has the most potential, right? So that's what I'm doing, and I also keep some of my Telegram group people updated about that, some potential coins to look at, right, which have good fundamentals, and then when Bitcoin recovers, if it recovers, then the altcoins also will recover accordingly, right? But if you were to ask me right now, I would say that you either fall into 3 groups of people. Either you have bought in early, for a very long time, maybe at Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was about 20,000 or so. So probably you'll be just holding and sleeping properly, right? No issue. But if let's say you're buying and you have made some profits, there is no harm in terms of taking some profits and keeping some stable coins, because if there is a further drop, at least you can purchase them at a better price, right? Or if you are bleeding or having a lot of big losses, that's the people that you would need to do analysis of your portfolio, right? Whether should I cut? Do I need the money right now, right? What if it goes down another 10%? Can you take it, right? Or can you not? So that's the people that maybe you want to reassess. So for those who are bleeding a lot, if you have the cash, probably you want to be on standby to make sure. This is not financial advice again. I just want to re-emphasize that, right? This is just what I would potentially do, right? If let's say I were to be in a loss state right now, a big loss, more than 20-30%, I'll probably reassess my strategy. Why did I make a loss? Did I got in when the market is going up, which I shouldn't, right? And will it go down even further, right? If it goes down even further, should I exit the market? Or do I dollar cost average it so that my losses are not so heavy, right? So just make sure that you know which position you are in. Make sure you do a calculated decision and risk, right? And make sure you do not lose everything that you have made or capital, right? Alright guys, I think that's it for my video. So as a summary, right, make sure that you have plans, whether you are in the market, you're planning planning to take some profits, or either you are making a big losses right now. So make sure you have plans for what happens if the price were to move down even further, right? And hope you guys have some insightful information from here. And probably as a recap, remember, people are always saying to buy the dips, right? But buy the dips only for good projects, right? And also buy when it's red, sell when it's green, right? And if let's say you are making some profits, it doesn't really matter that you can take some profits, right? If you're making big losses, you can dollar cost average if you're able to. If not, you might need to cut your losses, right? And learn from your lesson as to why you have made the losses. Is it because you entered too early, or maybe the project is not that good, right? There's things to consider as well. And as usual, stay tuned for more projects and videos, and I hope that this has been some benefit to you, right? All right, take care, like, subscribe, and follow me on my Telegram group as well.